Max, Max, good comeback there. It looked like the winds made the putting a little tricky. We saw Rory miss a short one. We saw you miss a short one. Is that kind of what was happening out there?
Yeah, I think it just makes you uncomfortable. That one, I missed the short one I missed on 12 was probably from the wind. The one I missed on 7, not to make excuses, but that had to have hit something because by the time I looked up, it was like outside the right edge. So I'm not really sure. It felt like it came out of a depression, but it was definitely uncomfortable putting in that wind. Even putts like I had a long one on 18, and you're judging a big slope, and it's going to start running downwind and downhill. So it made it uncomfortable, but that's why this golf course is so good.
You feel like now that you've gotten your bad one out of the way, like you're still in this thing and you could still get it done tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't score very well today, but I thought I still played great. I drove it really well. It seemed like my good shots didn't go anywhere near the hole distance-wise, and then my bad ones I got punished. So I was proud of how I hung in there. If it wasn't for the triple, that was a pretty good round of golf. So yeah, it wasn't so bad, but I'm only a few back. I'm going to need some help, but I obviously know I can play this golf course well, and my game feels good, so that's nice.
I guess in theory, Max, that could have gone off the rails and blown yourself out of the tournament. Was there any sort of self-talk? How did you kind of turn it around?
Yeah, my goals have just been to have mental goals and control my internal state, really, and I thought I did a great job. I didn't feel like I played that bad. I had one very bizarre hole. And other than that, I swung the club really well. It just wasn't, if yesterday and the day before seemed like if it was on the edge, it would be on the right side. Today it felt like it was on the wrong side, but I thought I did awesome. Birdie in 15 and 17 and making that putt on 18. That was still a solid round of golf. I know a lot of players scored much better, but I'm still pleased with how I played the round.
What happened on 17 after the birdie putt?
There's probably drunk, I hope for his case, or else he's just the biggest loser there is. But he was cheering and yelling at Chris for missing his putt short, and he kept yelling that he had $3. One of them had $3 for me to make mine, and I got to the back of my backstroke, and he yelled, "Pull it," pretty loud. And I made it right in the middle, and then I just started yelling at him, and then Joe yelled at him. So it's just, I love that people can gamble on golf, but that is the one thing I'm worried about. He didn't care that I don't know what he had to lose. He got kicked out probably, and we were the last group. So I guess
the course play a lot different today, or similar to what the first two
just
days?
Different wind direction, so it plays different. 9 played really long, but holes like 1 were reachable. So yeah, it was a bit different. It's a little bit firmer. Greens were faster. A little bit different.
Sorry, just to rewind there. What did you yell back?
That he's a clown, with maybe another word. I don't know what Joe yelled. He was a lot meaner, I think. It just was, I don't know. Long day, I guess. Hope he has a nice night, but it just sucks when that happens. But I was happy I made it. It was rude what he did to Chris, and then, whatever.
We're kind of new in this gambling world, though. How often has
very
that
rarely. It's just always something that's on your mind. It's on us to stay focused or whatever, but it's just annoying when it happens. It just feels, it's like the one thing we have in this game. Fans are so great about being quiet when we play. I think they are awesome. When anybody ever talks, it's so unintentional. They don't know we're hitting. It just sucks when it's incredibly intentional. And his friend specifically said it was for $3. So that was not that the money matters, but that's a frustrating number.
Especially when you're playing for 20 million.
It doesn't matter what we're playing for. We're working so hard, and I grinded my tail off to get that thing back to near even par. And had I missed that, it just would have been a pain. But it was nice to make it right in the middle, and hopefully he had to pay his buddy that $3 immediately on his way out of the property.
Do you allow yourself to think at all about anything other than this tournament and this present moment? Is that part of the trick of this week?
It's hard, obviously, but you can have the thoughts, and some you can focus on, and some you can kind of let keep floating by. So it pops up in your head. I know that if you win this event, or at least I do, I'll be number 1 and going into next week, but you got to play good next week. So you definitely think about it, but I didn't really focus on it. I was glad that today didn't feel like it was like some mental issue. It was just golf is hard some days. Thank you. Take care.